welcome back to our channel. This is the Friday after Hurricane Milton came through Florida. We are okay. We evacuated from our apartment to my parents' house. The storm was supposed to come, the eye of the storm was supposed to come right over us as of like Sunday, and so it moved further south, which is good for us, but we still went ahead and decided to move and just get out of here because I wasn't too sure how the apartment would hold up with all the wind and everything. But other than that, we're safe. If you guys have the funds to donate to Samaritan's Purse or Send Relief or Red Cross, somebody to help relieve people on the West Coast, even people up in North Carolina through Helene and everything. We did go to Disney on the day Helene hit Florida, but unfortunately I lost all the audio from the camera. It was my mistake, but lesson learned. Double checking my microphone before we get started. But other than that, it was I would say we had a pretty good time. At Disney, we met some friends, rode some rides, but yeah, other than that. So this video is all about Disney Cruise Line dining. I wore my new Disney Cruise Line shirt here because I haven't worn it yet, and I figured why not wear it in the video. You can see I'm here alone. Courtney's at work. It is Friday afternoon. I need to get this video edited and posted, so that's why I'm doing this by myself. But I'm sure she has some input too. I should have asked her beforehand, but I didn't, so it's okay. But we're gonna start dining on the Disney Fantasy, and I do have some comparisons from this year to last year because this year it fell short for me. So I'm gonna start with Cabanas because we went to Cabanas on Embarkation Day. Packed. What do you expect? It's Embarkation Day. I was not upset about that. I was not frustrated. I knew it was gonna be busy, but we had an Animator's Palette that night, so I said I don't want to go to Animator's Palette for lunch. I probably should have, but I'm not so sure about that either. But so throughout the week, we could tell when Cabanas, the food had been sitting on the buffet for quite a while. Yes, it's a buffet, but it's interesting how the food didn't taste fresh, whereas last time, the food tasted very, very, very fresh. So I don't know what happened this time. But there was something like, Sundays the pancakes were very tough to choose, or the Mickey waffles, and I was like, what is this? Like, this is not Disney food. This is not our Disney service we're used to. Also, on our sailing, a lot of people decided they wanted to use the buffet for breakfast and lunch. They did not go to the sit-down restaurants, which, I don't know if that's because they did and then they had a bad experience, or if they just chose not to because they were running in and out of the pool, whatever. And that's okay. But so we went to Cabanas several times for lunch, several times, most days for breakfast. I don't think I ever didn't eat breakfast in Cabanas. I think we eat breakfast in Cabanas every single day. And so, in certain days we went, you can tell when they just put food out, or you can tell the food had been sitting for a while. Lunch was the same way. Lunch, the options were interesting. I felt like I was eating a lot of, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, that type of stuff at Cabanas. Now I'm saying that's out on the pool deck. But I feel like that should kind of be at the buffet also, but I'm not entirely too sure why they don't do that or why they did it the way they did. And that's for Disney Cruise Line to decide. Like, it's not us to be able to decide how they're going to serve the buffet and everything. But other than that, Cabanas lackluster for me. Nothing that we thought was just stellar at all. We did enjoy the taco bar one day. They had taco bar. And then we had Amber's Palette our first night. Amber's Palette was probably the worst sit-down dining rotational restaurant we had this cruise. And that's hard to say normally. And I don't know if it's because the kitchen, or if it was we were seated in the restaurant, or what. But the first night we got there, we sat down, we got our drink orders in and everything. Our assistant server took a very long time bringing our drinks back. In fact, normally once we found our drinks, we never saw our assistant server again. We had to find our head server to be able to get a refill on a drink. Not too sure what that is about, but why? And so, it was a rough night for sure. We got our appetizers, got the black truffle pasta, got the potato soup. Loved both those. Came to our entrees, and this is where it fell flat completely. And I don't know what was going on, but we ordered steaks. It didn't come out cooked correctly at all. Ordered salmon. Came out smelling like they just caught it out of the ocean. Like, it smelled dirty. It didn't smell clean. Didn't, like, the storage container didn't, like, they keep it, I don't know what it was. Didn't smell good. I got the pork chop. Pork chop was good. The other people at the table got steak. They had issues with temperature. Cooked their steak. Chicken, hard to chew, dry, tasteless. It's like, can I get some ketchup to make this taste like something? Just what, like, it made no sense. Like, and then dessert came out, and there were certain things that were just bleh. No flavor to them. Like, cheesecake, whatever, should have had flavor. It had no flavor. It makes no sense. And then, of course, we had Pirate Night in there. Pirate Night menu. I hate the Pirate Night menu. I'm not gonna lie. Disney, please change the Pirate Night menu. Do something to make it taste better. And then the last night, we had the last night of a cruise in there, and the food just didn't taste good. Like it tastes like missing flavorings, all that salt, pepper, that type of stuff. It was like bland, flavorless food. And so I don't know what their issue was in that kitchen. Now I do understand that kitchen supposedly shares a kitchen with Royal Court. And moving on to Royal Court dinner, the one dinner we had in there was fantastic. The executive sous chef even came out to check on our food because he knew how bad the first night was. And we all got steaks of some sort, cooked perfectly. Lamb, cooked perfectly. Appetizers, amazing. Dessert, amazing. Great food. Why is that not translating to the other side of the kitchen is what I'm trying to figure out, if they share a kitchen. And so but the only issue, Royal Court lunch. We went to lunch there. I ordered steak frites. Okay, ordered steak frites. My mom ordered a soup. Courtney ordered a salad. My dad ordered steak frites. Courtney also got a cheeseburger. She ordered a salad as an appetizer, cheeseburger. And then my mom got something else after hers too. Hang on one second. Stop. Sorry, Chief is like pawing at my TV stand for my gaming systems. So order steak frites. Their salad comes out. I think the pasta comes out. Then my steak frites come out. It's like, my entree comes with everyone else's appetizers. This is weird. So I try to cut the steak. Very tough, very chewy, very hard to chew. I'm like, God glory. I'm not even want to deal with this at this point. I'm like, whatever, I'll eat what I can. I'll go to the pool deck afterwards. Like, I was over it at this point. And no idea who these servers are because we went to lunch. It wasn't our rotation there that night, so our servers weren't there. It was just so weird. Courtney's cheeseburger comes. Okay, cool. My dad's steak frites come. I can't even cut them. It's charred, so overcooked and charred that he can't even cut it with a steak knife. Like, this makes no sense whatsoever. Mine at least was edible. His wasn't. So he goes, can I get a cheeseburger? Well, he and Courtney both ordered cheeseburgers. You would think they would come out the same, but they don't. Her cheeseburger comes with lettuce, pickles, tomato, onion on it. His cheeseburger comes with lettuce, not normal pickles, like pickles you'd get off a charcuterie board tray, like the little round ones that kind of look like miniature cucumbers. Those, and a tomato. No onion, nothing, none of that. So he goes, can I get mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, like whatever, condiments? Takes forever to come back. They don't come back with them. I'm like, what is going on? So at this point, we're just whatever. We get up and leave. We're done. We're done. We go up to the pool deck. I get a cheeseburger up there. He gets a sandwich. It's just like, because he didn't get to eat. So it was like Royal Court, that lunch was just like, they can't get out of their own way. And meanwhile, we had already talked to the director of food, beverage, and hotel services accidentally on this cruise. We didn't know who it was. And so we talked to her and we told her our experience and everything. It was like, and so, I think it's kind of why sometimes they stepped up the game a little bit. But it was just like, Royal Court lunch was a disaster. We never went back. My parents went there for breakfast, said it was great. Makes no sense, once again. Enchanted Garden, though, our second night on the cruise, we went to Enchanted Garden. Disney did a fantastic service recovery from the first night. And, I was like, okay, we're going somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Last night was hopefully a fluke, and we've moved on. The second night, third night, great. Fourth night, the menu's just bad. So, okay, whatever. And then we get to the fifth night, we're at Enchanted Garden again. Okay, we're doing good. And so, Enchanted Garden, when service recovery, they did 2 bottles of champagne, cheese platters for our entire table. It was Courtney, me, my mom, my dad, and then another family of 4 from New Jersey. And they had food props too, so like it's not like we just got service recovery. They got service recovery too. They're at our table. They had to do service recovery for all of us. And so, fantastic food, great. I hated Enchanted Garden for this cruise. Didn't like their menu. I think this was the best restaurant. This and Royal Court were my 2 favorite restaurants. Amir's was my favorite on the last time we sailed on the Fantasy. Not this time. And so both nights in Enchanted Garden, yeah, the second night I got mac and cheese, but I ordered everything else off the adult menu. Good food. Good food. I just didn't want anything off the adult menu that night for like an entree. And that's okay. That's just, sometimes you don't want what was there. And so they let me do that, and I was happy. And then we went to Palo twice on this cruise. And so that's where night 6 we were at Palo. And so, because night 7 we were at Animators. Night 6 we were at Palo. But day 2, we went to brunch at Palo. Our server, Fernando, was amazing. Food was amazing. Could have done without the charcuterie board. That's fine. The antipasti charcuterie board thing. That's fine. The ham and cheese frittata was great. My mom loved her eggs Benedict. Courtney liked her omelet. My dad liked his frittata. We were great. We got 4 different types of pizzas in the house. We had the spicy Italian, the grape and gorgonzola, the margarita, and the... oh, man. I can't remember the other one is. But, fantastic pizzas. And meanwhile, the grape and gorgonzola is not on the menu. That's when you have to ask for. And they'll make it for you. So we got all 4. It was like... coolio. This is great. Then of course we get our entrees, which chicken parmesan is fantastic. I liked the lasagna more this time. I ate it before the chicken parm. The lasagna is just so dense that I couldn't imagine eating that and trying to eat the chicken parm, or eat the chicken parm then trying to eat that. I had like a bite of it. We passed it around the table, shared it. Very good, but the chicken parm is still the best thing on the menu. I don't care what anybody says. In my opinion, it's the best thing on the menu. Brunch was so fantastic. We decided, let's come back for dinner. My parents have eaten at Palo dinner on the Magic before. It was great. Fantastic food. And so we were like, okay. We went up to the host stand, the MHD, after we were done with brunch. Told them how great Fernando was and everything. Fernando was fantastic. And everything. And so they go, okay, so what night would you like to come back? We've got lots of availability. Palo dinner did not book up. Palo brunch books up because it's much better, and I'll tell you why. And I don't know if this is everyone's experience, but this was our experience for sure on this cruise. But we went back to Palo dinner on my birthday, so on day 6, which was September 5th. We had a 6:30 reservation. We went back, we sat down, we looked at the menu. We're like, okay, what do we want? Well, they have a fixed menu, $50 per person. We're like, okay. And we kind of looked at the menu and said, okay, well, we can all eat off this. Like, no problem. This is pretty good. This seems fine. So, of course, you start with your appetizer. My mom and I both get the mozzarella and tomato. There's a fancy name for it. I think it's called like Calabria or something like that. Caprese, something like that. And then Courtney and my dad get the fried shrimp and calamari. Well, it comes out. They cut the shrimp open. It's like, this don't quite look right. It's dark gray. And I understand shrimp's different from all around the world. But here's the issue. My dad grew up on the Texas coast. Grew up cooking shrimp, eating shrimp. He goes, this is not cooked. This is not cooked. And our server looked at it. He goes, that's not cooked. Our server goes, I've worked in the finest of fine restaurants along the Italian coast and everything else in Europe. He goes, before I came to Disney Cruise Line. He goes, that's not right. He goes, I'm going to go show it to him. So he goes and shows it to him. Gets the manager to come out. Looks at, okay, we'll make it for you again. We'll go fix it. Well, here comes the attempt, I'm saying attempt, to fix it. Completely wrong again. It's like, what in the world is going on? At this point, my dad's just like, oh my word. Which I don't blame him. I was like, whatever. So they send that back again. They go, okay, so you guys like seafood, like seafood, like seafood. That's what they kept saying. Like, yeah, we like seafood. And, okay, sure, we like seafood. But, here's the issue. they brought out a seafood soup medley. Something we didn't ask for. Didn't ask for clams, mussels, shrimp, scallops, and a broth. No interest. They came out to go, do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? They haven't even take a bite yet. They're standing over them. It's like, okay, can you please leave us alone? Give us a little bit of room. Like, we're trying to, hang on, Chief, stop. We're trying to enjoy our dinner here. Like, and this is not working. Said, okay, just take it away. Didn't want it. Brings our salads out. And we understand they're olive oil based salad dressings. So, you know, cool. Arugula with like olive oil dressing, and there's another one, and it's just, it tasted like slimy fryer oil on lettuce. I was like, what? This is awful. Like, I've had olive oil dressing salads. This is awful. This is just doused arugula in olive oil. It's not very good at all. I was like, okay, can't do this. Done. Forget it. I was like, okay, just cancel the pizza. Let's bring us. We had ordered a pizza. Just bring us an entree. Okay. And meanwhile, at dinner, they can't do half pizzas. They can only do full pizzas. And so it was one of those things of, it was like, what in the tarnation is going on here? So 3 of us ordered steak, Courtney orders pasta. Who do you think wins out of us? Courtney. She wins with her pasta. Her pasta's good. She can eat it. Our steaks all come out barely cooked, barely seared. My mom likes her steak like that. My dad and I don't. I like mine medium at the lowest. They're all medium rare at best, more on the rare side. My mom cuts hers open. It's more cooked than mine, but it's super salty. So we swap plates. Awful. I was like, I can barely chew it. It's so tough. I can barely chew it, and it's so salty. So my dad he's just done with this experience, and he's telling our servers, like, I can't believe your food is wrong. Like, he's looking at it, he goes, that's not what you ordered. That's not what I put in. The kitchen just was screwing it up. And he kept apologizing. We had to keep telling Fernando, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. My dad has gone down to guest services. Barbara, from head of housekeeping and resort and food and all that stuff, is up in the kitchen at Apollo going, what is going on? The managers, like, we just can't please these people, blah, 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 blah. But they just couldn't cook their food. Meanwhile, the captain is sitting over in the corner. And I was just like, I've never been so, like, frustrated before, like, with a dining experience in my life. I wanted to walk over and go, so how's your food tonight? 'Cause I haven't gotten eaten yet because everything's been wrong. But I didn't. I was like, that's not the place to do that. But in the moment, I was just like, I am so done. I just want to blast somebody, like, right now. And we couldn't believe how bad the whole experience was. And so our server goes, I'm sorry. She kept apologizing, and he goes, they're going to take care of the bill tonight. I was like, okay, well, you know, they kind of should. Like, we haven't gotten to eat yet, really. Yeah, we ate the appetizer, that was it. We couldn't eat anything else. Well, they didn't take care of the alcohol part of the bill. And so they brought us to that. And when I tell you that, whoever, I don't know, priced these things was taking advantage of people. Because an old fashioned was $30-something. But if you go to like a bar on the ship by yourself and order old fashioned, they're not that expensive. They're jacking the price up because you're at Palo. A beer is cheaper everywhere else on the ship. They jack the price up because you're at Palo. Glass of wine, same thing. Bottle of wine, same thing. It's like, what is going on? Like, and so whatever. We paid it. We left. And we were in disbelief the entire time. And so we're just like, we ended up going to the pool deck. My mom went back to the room and just couldn't take it anymore, so she laid down. She was so upset. Like, I've never seen her get upset like this, but she was upset just because she's like, why can nothing go right? And truly, she has the right to ask that question. Why was nothing going right? And that is all on training and service. And so that's on them. That's not on us. So we went to the pool deck, got food, went down to the tube that night, and had fun. You guys can go back and watch that in the previous video. But it's just like, what in the world? And so it was just like, it was one of those things of going, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And that's why I kept saying today, I'm going to talk about this later on, because like in the moment we were so emotionally drained from it, because like we just couldn't get, nothing was right. And it was just like, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? And so in the end, compared to last year, Palette Brunch was equivalent to Palette Brunch. Like, fantastic all the way around. Animator's Palette dropped the ball this time. Animator's Palette was better last time. Enchanted Garden and Royal Court stepped up their game from last time, for sure. And so I do know the next ship, whenever we get on a ship, we're not sure what we're going to do right now. We won't have an Enchanted Garden. I know that much. We will not have an Enchanted Garden. We might have the French, so either a Lumiere's or a Royal Court of some sort. It would have to be Lumiere's, because if we do another ship, it might be the Magic or the Wish. We're not sure which one we're going to do. Possibly the Dream, but probably not, because it's so similar to the Fantasy. And of course, we'll have an Amorous Palette if we do the Magic, but hopefully it's better. But otherwise, we'll be on the Wish to be all new menus all the way around. You know, I think I can do that. That's fine by me. So, other than that, that was our dining take on this cruise, and it was weird. And you guys know, if dining isn't good on a cruise, it kind of sets the mood for the cruise a little bit. Like, your food isn't good, it kind of just makes your cruise go bleh, because you cruise for fun and food. Some people do. We don't technically, but dining needs to be good. We didn't starve at all. We never did room service this time. Just never had the urge to. The late night stuff just didn't. The room service menu has changed drastically, and that was just that. And so we didn't want to deal with that at all. But other than that, I think we had a good time overall. But I just wanted to share our take on dining this time around, because it was so different from last time. And yeah, sorry Courtney couldn't be here with us, but you know, she's had to work. I was done with work for the day. We spent the day cleaning up from the hurricane. So, but other than that, if you guys liked this video, like my honest feedback about it, please like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on, because we do have more stuff coming. Hopefully there's a food and wine video coming soon. I'm pretty sure we have one in the tank, because we did go visit Food and Wine briefly. Not a very in-depth video. It's more of a merch style video. It's a little late to get that out, but if you guys will go watch that after this video comes out, it'll help a lot for sure. And if you haven't watched the cruise series at all, go back and start with Embarkation Day. I'm putting everything in a playlist for you all to make it easy to find, and you'll be able to go through, and eventually the full cruise video, all 7 days, really 8 days, because disembarkation included with merch haul, will be on there. Will be come up in one video. That is a big video to export, so I have to do it at work on my big computer. I can't do it here at home, because it's a lot of 4K footage. But other than that, we'll see you guys next time, and I hope that you all don't have the same experience with dining. I just hope you guys don't, because otherwise I feel so bad. And you know, I've seen other people's videos of some issues they've been had on the Magic recently. The Magic has done much better service recovery than they did on the Fantasy, and maybe that ship just needs a refurb and some new leadership. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, but hopefully it's a lot better than what we had right now. So we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully Food and Wine, maybe something else, I don't know. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.